So here we are, taking a trip out of Tivoli and heading to Castleisland, Daly Transport or Daly Storage for a load of butter. So I'm going down empty and then loading. There'll be a full load of 26 tons of butter for export to America, plus the tire of the box, which is 4.4 tonne, so it'll be just over 30 tonnes. A heavy load. So I thought I'd just shoot a front camera of the trip, and you can get to see what I can see. Now I'm currently smoking a bowl full of gold block, which is my go-to daily smoke. It's just an enjoyable smoke. Nothing too heavy. Good way to this. Well, the truck's giving way to me. Good. Thank you. Get out the lights. It's a bit of an awkward entrance and exit to this Tivoli dock. But it is what it is. Now, I twist that a bit. That's a bit, isn't it? There we go. Green light. Good to go. Quite quiet now. So this journey should take me about an hour and a half, hour and 3/4. And right here, no chance of anyone letting me go just at the moment. There's a big gap there, so we're good. There we go. Okay. So to the left is the hotel, the Clayton House, Silver Springs. This we're joining now is Tivoli bypass. It's a bit bumpy this first bit, so hold on. Missed the drain there, but this part here, quite tricky. Well, I managed to bypass most of that. There we go. Okay. Sorry, that singing noise in the background is my cat. Yeah, just blowing in the wind out the window. Okay, the camera there, so this is what a big lead beneath us 80 kilometres, which we are. I don't think it's that. No, oh it is. Look at that. Sneaky. Just off to the left. You see that? Yeah. Don't like that. Thankfully I use an app called Waze. And Waze allows you to add such things so that you can say there's a mobile camera here, report it, and it puts it on the map, so the next person coming along using Waze, they get warned. Okay. Get the lights there, so that means we'll easily get the second, because they're not in sync. First ones go red, and I'll leave the traffic through the next. And then they go okay. So now we're going west on the N40 through the tunnel. called the Jack Lynch Tunnel. Okay. Slowing down here in a minute to 30 kilometres, which is practically impossible to do. But to be fair, it's a very tight circular bend. It goes right around on itself like a corkscrew. But you do need to go slow, especially if you've got a big load on. You don't want it to tip over. And they often have speed cameras, mobile vans. This is a fairly recent build. It's not too bad, coming from this direction. In the morning, this is all just full of traffic. Okay, so we're coming up to the tunnel entrance. It's 80 kilometres through this tunnel. It's 4.65 metres. A lot of people just do 60 because they were used to 60 at the first mile. Noisy, I know. Just close up the window for a second, just so we're not deafened. Getting a bit smoky in here now. Okay. But when you go through that tunnel, you have to maintain the lane that you're in, because it's so dangerous otherwise. Anyway, it's a white line, unbroken all the way through, which means you shouldn't go through it or pass across it. But a lot of people do. So we're at the outside lane. We needed to get to the inside lane when we exit, but fortunately there was a few slow-mo traffic, so I can keep going and overtake. See if you can let me in. No, I didn't bother. Oh well. Okay, we're on the way. So this is known as the South Ring Road around Cork City. Fairly quiet at the moment. In rush hour traffic, you can't see the road. So many cars, vans and trucks. The left-hand lane there is the filter lane. That's the lane that you take if you're going to Ringaskiddy. And that usually is fine. You see the exit here. Swings round to the left. It joins the main road, the M28 to Kerrygol and Ringaskiddy. Good road. A bit narrow though at the end, so they're building a new road, Reefer road, currently. On the left is a hotel, Rogerstown Park, and then we're coming to the left, Douglas, not the man Douglas, the village. Could be a town at this stage, could be quite big. Slowing down a bit here. Yeah, so that's a big multi-storey shopping centre. It got burned down few years back when a woman parked her car that was on fire. Smoke was coming out of it, but she still parked it there. I rang her husband, and by which time the whole thing burst into flames and the whole place caught fire. Absolute mess. Carnage. So we're going to stay on this road. We're headed to Castleisland, which is beyond Tralee, which is heading west. We're going over an overpass. So this road here, before the overpass, there was a roundabout, which still exists. It's under the overpass. It's called the Kinsale Road Roundabout. We used to call it the Magic Roundabout because it was absolutely mayhem. Imagine dual carriageway roundabout that goes into town, all the traffic coming in and out of town, and from Kinsale another direction, and rush hour traffic. It was just, it was unmovable. And the airport up the hill to the left. Finally we got the overpass, and then a few more overpasses as well, so there's no more roundabouts that we're going to hit on this. You only hit them when you pull off this main road. Pipes gone out. In this lane, even though we should pull over to the left, but the left-hand lane is for the next exit, which you'll find people flying past you to get in front of it and then pull into the left lane. You're better off keeping out of the way. Let people just keep into that left lane. And then that left lane goes past the exit, and there's another exit for it, which branches left for Bandon. So, safer in this lane. You can see the signs there. We're at the N40. So we're passing what's known as the Bandon Road exit on the left, and we'll see that the next overpass goes over that roundabout. Put my little earbud in, it'll have that noise cancel. Let's see. No. Even worse. Okay. Just got over the Bandon Road roundabout. This is the main road that will take you to the next town, which is Macroom, which is bypassed on a road like this. We'll be on that. And then that will take you eventually into Killarney, and then we'll go through Killarney onto Tralee, and then we'll cut off right towards forget what the name is, to Castleisland. drive. An enjoyable drive today, hopefully. It's a good destination. So this now is the Ballincollig bypass. Ballincollig is to the right. It's a big town now. It was a village. Was an old British Army barracks town. They had an airport there as well, which mostly housing. It's got a great main street. It's got a lot of shops on that. Quite a few IT companies there. VMware, which is now Broadcom, Trend Micro, Dell, EMC, which is now part of Dell Technologies. Yeah, it's a big place. Satellite town to Cork City. Brought in to the Cork City boundaries as well now. Alright, pipes out, put the window up. Should be a bit quiet, so now you can just hear the wind noise from outside. But we're just settled into the groove now. It's a nice time of the year as autumn, isn't it? All the leaves turning gold and yellow and orange and brown. It's lovely. Very colourful. Feel free to skip ahead as you go along. I'm going to video the whole trip there. But you'll see some really beautiful scenery soon enough. I'd say in about 10-20 minutes, maybe less, 15 minutes. But it is beautiful even now, isn't it? Bit of a blue sky, and fluffy clouds. A bit like the Simpsons intro, isn't it? So not that many years ago this road didn't exist. So you'd have to travel through Ballincollig and meet up with the road on the other side, which this is going to join onto. So we'll go from a dual carriageway to just a single carriageway road, the N22. Actually, this is the last one. I think this one. Yeah, to the left, you'll see Dell Technologies, which used to be EMC. A big employer to this area. From there on the left. Make storage for computer systems, high-end storage, that is. So this road now, as you can see, is narrowing down to a standard single carriageway, and we'll to be slowing down a bit now. Now that we've come off the motorway, back down to 80 kilometres. So there's the Ovens bar. Ovens is a village to the left. So it's going to be this type of road now for the foreseeable 10 minutes, 15 minutes, as long as it takes the Macroom bypass. Busy road. To the left at Kilsaran. Slowing down here, Swalan. The old closed up bar, Ponzio Mayonnaise. It's been a while since that was open. Quarry entrance for Roadstone. It's called Garriesta. All the stone that came out of there helped build Ballincollig, Cork City, amongst other quarries. That's one of the closer ones. Well, limestone came out of that. House on the left, very old traditional cottage style house, but quite large, Bloody Amanda. The big houses on this road, so they all have double glaze and maybe treble glaze to cut down on the road noise. Look at the colour of those trees on the right. Beautiful. All the colours. Have an English car in front. Probably over holidays. Which would mean they won't be travelling fast. Slow car up front, but to be fair, we have a speed camera coming up soon. This road used to be lethal. Cars travelling so fast, and there's a lot of roads on and off. People trying to get onto the road, and there's been so many accidents. So they decided to put a single permanent speed camera, and it seems to have done the trick. A lot of it is because people know it's on the road somewhere, they're not quite sure where, so they go slow all the way, which is exactly what the purpose of that camera was for. A little pothole there, edges along this road. Trees haven't got that brown along here yet, have they? to the left there's a big long valley, and you'll have the River Bandon a long way over to the left. It runs along that valley. Prime farmland around here, a lot of dairy, so it's mostly green grass, which is why our butter, beef, cheese and all dairy products taste so amazing. Grass-fed cattle. Which is why we get to export so much of our dairy product and beef. Like today alone, there are 10 Reefer boxes full of Kerrygol butter leaving Middleton for the US. I'm going out to Castleisland to load butter as well. But this will be blocks of butter, which will be then recut and packaged in the US. Whereas the butter that we take from Middleton is already cut and packed as Kerrygol. It's cut into sticks, which is how it's sold in the US. Whereas over here, it's like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3, like it's a thicker stick, a block. I think the car at front is a Nissan Leaf electric car, trying to conserve energy. About 16 kilometres from Macroom, not too far, but before we get there we'll pass through another village and then we'll go over a bridge and you'll see a big reservoir. And then we'll be on to the Macroom market, which has saved so much time off our journey. We used to have to travel through Macroom, then all the small villages, Clondrohid, Ballymacoura, and we bypass all of those now. There's the camera on the right. The traffic slowed down to 70 kilometres down now, just to be sure. Up to 80 again now. It's like an avenue type of road, isn't it? Trees on both sides. Constant traffic. I often love where everyone's going. Bit of an old bumpy road this. Thank goodness that there's suspension on the cab and also on the seat. Takes the shock out of the bumps. That truck in front is trying to push that Nissan Leaf along. I don't think it's going to work. Better off just settling down into the ride. No point in stressing about such things. Oh, it's an English car. So it's a tourist as well. Maybe it's a partner of the car in front of me. Just enjoying the ride, the view and the scenery. Don't blame them, to be honest. Yes, as you've noticed, an island, everything's in kilometres and litres. We're all metric. None of these freedom units here. So we're about to go into another small village, you'll see. There'll be like I think it's a Volkswagen garage on the left. It used to be Toyota, but they lost that franchising and moved over to the Volkswagen one. It's called Lizarda. Slowing down now here, 60 kilometres. On the left, and you have a Circle K fuel station. The Garda car just about to pull out on the left, so he's going to be behind me. Ooh, slow down. Some car pulled out and went really slow. There's always one. Mayfitz is on the right, it's a pub. I haven't been in there in years. Right, we're about to leave Lizarda. And the next village, well, town now with Macron, which we're bypassing, thank goodness. That place has absolutely grown. Huge amounts of new shops like Tesco's, Little Aldi. It's like the main shopping area for the country area around this. Big marts as well for the cattle. Truck is turning left here. Whoa, my God. Not much indication there, was there? He decided to go last minute turn left. Well, I know where he's going. He's going to a company called Airblock. They make the blocks that fit onto pallets, the corner blocks. Compressed sawdust, because there's a big sawmill next door to them, same company. So they use all the byproducts from the sawmill to make these compressed timber blocks for a variety of different pallet sizes. They get exported. A lot of them go to Holland and Belgium, where they make the pallets for the Euro pallets. Alright, so we're just going over a bit of a bridge here. It's actually across the reservoir. We're going to go across another bridge at the other side of the reservoir too. So you can see it's nice. It's actually full at the moment. Sometimes it gets very low. The road gets a bit narrow around here. So as you can see, we've had motorway, dual carriageway, single carriageway, but with like a side area on the left. Now we're going just narrow single carriageway. And this is the main road to the west, to Killarney, Tralee, Castleisland and the like. all used to be like this, to be honest. Just got to watch your mirrors on the hedges and the trees. How they're all trimmed back. Hedge cutters come a few times a year. They're allowed to come at the moment because it's out of the nesting season. During nesting they're not allowed to. There's one of the timber brokers. He'll be going to Airblock or the timber yard next door with those. To the left there's a turn off and it goes to a big milk powder factory that produces obviously milk powder for like coffee and tea, but also for baby formula. Danone Nutrition is the company. Massive place. Right, so we're coming to the end of the reservoir here. We'll be going back across the other direction now. There we go. So we'll be coming to the roundabout shortly. We'll be hanging a right, which is the N22 still. But it bypasses Macroom and all the little villages. Before we used to have to go straight on, there wasn't a roundabout here. And there's the two English cars together in front. So, well, they're not together. The slow one is going to Macroom. A sneaky manoeuvre. Okay, we're off again. So this now is dual carriageway for the next 20-30 kilometres. 20 kilometres maybe. In the distance you should see some of the mountains in County Kerry surrounding Killarney. Sure if the camera picks it all up, but the scenery gets really good around here. A few flies hitting the windscreen, or bugs, bit of a crack. As you can see, all the traffic you're seeing on this road is now taken out of the villages and the town, bypassing, making it a much more enjoyable place to be. There just used to be one long traffic jam all the way through. It took a long time to get through there. Massive difference. cut through the rock, and they would have used that rock to make the road, crushed it. Beautiful day. 14 degrees. It was not exactly a heat wave, but it's warm enough. So next turn is for Mill Street and Macroom. Mill Street is way over to the right. Mill Street, or Macroom is left. Far distance there, you can see the wind turbine. The exits off this road are quite sharp. You don't get much of a run up to them slow down. It's like a bit of the trucks running away. So Killarney is 44 kilometres, Tralee is 76, and where we're going is just to the right of Tralee, a few more kilometres, so we're about 8 kilometres from where we want to be. Time is 12:15. We should be there sometime after 1, provided everything goes smoothly. Checking out my other boat, fully loaded. It has Peter Stoker in there, can't remember which one. Nice one though. Might have a shoulder. Won't get to Killarney. You can see how it's cut through all the rock again, just to try and keep the road from being too hilly. Quite impressive though, isn't it? Did a good job. It's a very safe road as well. It's well lit with cat's eyes, and the water drains off it really well. Some of the newer roads like the Mills, a lot of water stands on it and you can't see the cat's eyes. It's dreadful. This one's not like that. They did a good job. On for a good distance. This area here is part of the Gaeltacht, Irish speaking. You get government grants for businesses in these areas. At least they used to anyway. Roadworks ahead. Slows down the left-hand lane. Moving across into the outside lane soon enough. Great view of all those trees and forests, isn't there? Right, we'll move out. See it ahead there now. the other side of the carriageway last week. It's well kept. When we go to Killarney, we say locally this is going through the county bounds, because you can go the other way. You can go by Mallow, and that brings you up through past Mill Street and into the roundabout at the same side. We're going to hit the same roundabout, but it goes further. You go up to Mallow, turn left, and go across. Same parallel that we're on, but higher up. But because I was coming from Tivoli, I think I prefer coming this way. You can go some of the country roads as well, which is a bit quicker, but I prefer to go easy on the truck and myself and my spine. You can't make up any time on the road, to be honest. You get stuck behind someone and that's it, you goose. At least this way, you've got a chance to overtake if you need to. Slowly catching up with this truck in the front. Carrying a load of grain. There was a grain ship in the Cork docks in Ringaskiddy, so there's been plenty of trucks like him drawing grain from there. Might see if we can pass him here. Let him run on down the hill here, and I'll never get past. Yeah, I'll let him pass. I'm on the limiter. Yeah, well, leave him off. Go back in. I don't mind, to be honest. He needs to get a run up the hill. We might catch him now. This car goes fast. Come on, get out of the way. There's always one, usually a bit double. Thank you. That's all County Cork still. On the other side of that hill that you can see, that would be County Kerry. Interesting looking bridge, cutting through the rock bridge at the peak of it. Not exactly pretty. The bridge that is. Popular car. So we're coming to the end of the bypass now, where we join back onto a single carriageway road. And we come through this pass. Cross into County Kerry, that'll be the county bounds. A lot of bugs around here. The windscreen is an absolute mess. Better not put the windscreen wipers on, they go a real mess. It's smeared everywhere. So we have a lot of this type of road here now. We have going up the hill, you have an overtaken lane, and down the hill it's single, no overtaken. Gives you a chance to get past slow-mos in traffic. Good idea. Makes for a safer road. Night time you have to be careful on this road. A lot of deer, and they have a habit of running across the road, and they make a right mess of your truck or car. There, we make a mess of them. So you go along here and you put your full beam on, it lights up their eyes, so you know they're there. Then you blast your horn. Move so quickly. Guy on the right overtaken on his mobile phone. Well, there are so many accidents on our roads these days. Not looking where it's going, not paying attention. Tesla. There's a lot of electric cars in now. The infrastructure's still not really ready for them though. The state of that road. Oh. Here we go. County Kerry. Welcome to the kingdom of County Kerry. That was the county bounds. Now everything looking forward is County Kerry. So this road now we're going to wind all the way down through the valley. Just need to brake a little bit there because the truck is running away. Beautiful scenery, isn't it? Beautiful day. Blue sky over Kerry at the moment. Looks lovely. Can be quite nasty this road though in winter time. Like we're coming into, well, we are winter now. But like when it rains or it's cold and it gets icy, it's nasty. Snow as well. It's very barren beauty, isn't it? This used to be a guest house or a pub or restaurant. Kismet Cottage. It's been closed for a long time. It's just a bit too far around. You see some rather large houses now on the left. The problem living in these areas now, you might have a beautiful house, beautiful scenery, but if you want mobile phone coverage, your goose, they're very poor. Based on how priorities change. Of course you can get Starlink now for Elon Musk, so clear skies here, complete view of the sky with plenty of satellites above, so that's perfect. So that's not a problem. Just the mobile reception is fairly bad. Not enough people. Look at that view. Slow moving farmer on the left. Forget what it's called. We just call it the County Bounds. Turn left now for Castleisland Bear. And Kenmare, Kilgarth. So it's like a branch off the road here. Going to cut left down towards the coast. As we're heading to Killarney and then across to the right up to Tralee and Castleisland. I'm not sure if you can see on the distance the beautiful mountains. Well, we call them mountains. Here comes the houses now. A lot of them converted to bed and breakfast for tourists. house, that, isn't it? Do the paint. Very pretty. Red tree on the left, lovely. Very picturesque around here, isn't it? So we're at the base of it nearly now. I guess we are. A lot of sheep. It's not really suitable. Cows on the left. The cows on the right in the fields. There's a few there where you can see all the where it's a bit rocky and hilly. That's where the sheep live. Still quite boggy. We're lucky to have such a nice day, but the weather can change so quickly here. Looking up at the clouds, they're a bit dark. You could have rain in minutes. I think we're lucky today. Alright, so we slow down now. Coming into a little village where there's a petrol station, fuel station. We can get a cup of tea, sandwiches and whatnot, toilet. It's got Glenfless. Mobile home hobbling onto the road, bit of an old thing. There we go. Glenfless 24/7. Alright. Get up to speed again. Not far from Killarney, you know. Got a bit of a train of traffic behind us, but they seem happy enough. They're not trying to get past. If I had people trying to get past me, I'd pull over a little. As in, I wouldn't stop. I'd pull over to the left a little bit and let them pass. Not here, it's a bit too narrow, but it'll widen up. But no, they're a long way back. They're quite happy. Turn off to the left to a Lockatan. Beautiful. It's kind of high up, lovely. If you look down over it. I haven't been there for a very long time. Maybe I should go there. Not suitable for HDK now. Hotel on the right, Kerrygol. I don't know how well it does. They open the car park for motorhomes if they want to. It's still quite distant from Killarney, as you'll see. Pet farm shortly on the right. This used to be a really dangerous junction, and I know of people that have had nasty accidents here. This is a fast road, and people have stopped and right to turn into the road, and people run to the back of them. Not a great junction. junction there is much better. Could have done with something like that. Store on the left. Coming up to a level crossing. This is the main line to Killarney. It stops in Killarney and then goes back towards Mallow and over to, I think, Tralee Junction. Killarney is the end of the line. Picture of a steam train. We haven't had steam trains here in decades, or I don't know, 100 years. I guess it's more obvious that it's a train. Single track. Most of Ireland is single track. So you see more B&Bs popping up around us on this road, so it's closer to Killarney now. Quarry there at the right, Roadstone, Killarney. Huge company is Roadstone. It was a global company actually, in many other countries. Okay, so we're coming up to that roundabout I was talking about earlier, where you can come in from Mallow. So slowing down. So the more houses you see in now, you realise we're closer into Killarney. School on the left. All out the playground. Lunch break. So here we are. We're coming into Kerry County Council boundary for Killarney. Welcome to Killarney. Know him? Give him a wave, yeah, it is. Come on, this now. This earphone is picking up a lot of detail. I think it might be a bit loud. I'll have to see if I can put noise cancelling onto it. Can't really do that while I'm driving. Do that for the trip back. That's if you're interested in watching the trip back. It won't be as fast because I'll be fully loaded, crawling along up the hills. Killarney anyway, the outskirts, but this is the edge of the town where it's a lot of housing. Corcoran's furniture up in front. We do a lot of deliveries there, full containers of furniture. Guy letting someone on the road here, but nobody else is letting up. There we go. No one says thank you. So the hotel on the right is called the Heights Hotel. 4-star. Nice place. Then we have a petrol station with the obligatory Supermax, which is like a McDonald's, and Papa John's, which sells pizzas. Okay. I think we'll have another pie. We'll light up now. That's what's clocked. Trying to sneak up the left there. No way he's going to get through that guy. Okay. So this is the road that's going to take us to Tralee. And also, we're going to get to a roundabout eventually. We'll turn right for Tralee. You go straight on, you go to Kerrygol. Ring of Kerry. Nice. Let's see what it is. 4th generation, not 1855. He just done 1855, wasn't it? Very nice. This road kind of bypasses a bit of Killarney since you go through the city centre. Nice though, isn't it? Beautiful coloured trees. I do like trees, probably gathered them. I don't know if it's classed as an aromatic, although it's got flavours in it, but it's beautiful tobacco, beautiful blend. It's going down to 60. Block off that left lane because I need to swing to the left to get around to the right. I don't want cars trying to sneak up, which they have a habit of doing. Alright, going up left now. And into Tralee. In actual fact, we'll turn off before Tralee. We'll turn right when we go through Farm Farm. That's where Kerry Airport is. This road here now is a bit hilly, so we're okay now when we're empty. But trust me, coming back this way, fully loaded, very hard. Clonawallia. good. 10 to 1. My booking's not until 2 o'clock, so I'll arrive a little early. That's fine. They might even load me early, which would be great. Get back to the port sooner. I like this run though. Great scenery, nice drive. Not boring, plenty to do. You're kind of driving around the bends, watching your mirrors. Much better than driving up a boring motorway. Shall land with us? Or right, have a slow car in front. See what he's doing. Not, he's going slow. That's the railway line. That's the one that goes to Tralee from Tralee Junction. I mustn't complain too much about slow vehicles because that's going to be me coming back. They'll be very cross with me. I'm going way too slow. But this isn't a road that you want to go fast on with a full load on. New house being built on the right. Well, it's going to be big. All the houses out here now are all bed and breakfasts. Oh, a lot of smoke coming out of these exhausts. That doesn't look great, does it? Heavens for us being me. There we go, look, all of these being made. Silver Springs. Nobody behind me, so we're not holding anybody up. French company on the left. Leeds. Then a window company, Senator Windows. Probably small one, I guess, big enough. Kerry flag there, green and yellow, or green and gold. This Peter Stokely blend is quite delicious. Couldn't recommend it enough. Taking a break, lunchtime, same as the guy in front on the right, Musgraves, delivering all the foods to their shops, Centra, Super Valley. This part of the road here in winter time can be quite lethal because it's always in the shade, so it gets icy and wet down, just slippery. Thankfully it's a nice ride today. not far now. 10 minutes. And that smoky garden. Hopefully it doesn't put your foot down. See a puff of blue smoke. No smoke from my pipe. Busy road, isn't it? As I speak, I'm looking for some new victim for the park up. Although I'd just like to be that person that is operating that van. Must take a type of person to do it. Can't imagine he'd say or she'd say what they did if they were down at the pub. Look at that, right in front. No patience. Bit of a bog road now, isn't it? You see the state of the fields to the left and the right, all bogs, which means this is a bog road. Sat on top of it, which is why it's going up and down at the back of the sea. Side to side. You can see it on this road. Dropping into Farm Farm, where we shall turn right. Which is like a cut across to the Castleisland bypass. I could go straight on and then right up the main road as well. That view there, spectacular on a sunny day. Wow, hang on to the stair. Okay, this is the village of Farm Farm. Train station here. delivering new Skodas. Didn't give me much wrong, did they? Check right here. Frog cave. Huh. Okay. Not an amazing road this, but it's okay. Kerry Airport there on the right. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, that's going straight. The last minute then, and then you get to the airport and then it goes back to north. Jet there. It's like a private jet. Very small. Nice though. Never flown in there. What do you think to Irish roads then? These are main roads. This is the N23, a national route. Not as good as some, are they? But they're okay. We get used to them. Calgary Harvey buzzing to get past. Here we go. Probably come up against some tracks now. A little bit gloomy now. No sun here. So this is sharing a bit of real life. Trucking life in Ireland for an Irish trucker. You can only imagine what this road is like at night time. Well, I can tell you, very dark. No lighting whatsoever. Which is why when you see pictures of Irish trucks, or you see Irish trucks in the UK with all the lights on, now you know why. They're not just for show, they're actually there for a very good reason. Can't see where we're going without them on these roads. Cows there on the right, still out in the fields, so they're still milking. Yearlings. Or as my son calls them, wildlings, because they make a lot of noise. school before. He does milking, he does silage, drives the tractor, collecting the grass. A bit like this tractor coming now ahead of him. Drive something like this. Whoa, look at that. What an idiot. Got to be so careful with these roads. People do some very stupid things. Castleisland to the right over there in the distance. Right, so we've got to turn left at this roundabout. Straight on towards Limerick and Abbeyfield. Okay, I'm not doing too bad now. We should be there very short. this is the time of the day. As you can see, like driving down the road with this beautiful scenery, enjoying a pipe, lovely, very calming. Enjoyable. So it timed out just nicely, really, because I'd say in a couple of minutes we're going to be there. So if we turn right here, that'll take you to Castleisland. We don't want to be there, we're going straight on. Not far straight on, we're going to be on turning left. Hire car there in front, you can see with the yellow spot. Dublin Bridge, always the same. Fella there is motorbike, taking a leak. So, we are just in high on the left. So that car's coming out. That's where we are. Here we go. Daly Transport. Daily Storage. You have a fleet of old Scanias. We'll have one parked up in the office and there's some under the cover. We'll see them in a minute. Now we're going in here to the right. Nothing coming. Not sure if he wants us on to bay number 3 or number 1. Usually it's number 1. Anyway, we'll pull up here on the right. Get out of the way. There's first Scania. The other one. Alright, we'll just park here for the while. Actually, I'll go pull around in reverse and we'll scan it. Get out of the way. That way then we're not causing any hassle for anyone. There we go. I'll leave it here. Alright, so we've arrived. Welcome to Daly Transport, Daily Storage, cold storage, and we'll pick up our load of butter. And we'll leave it there for now and I'll pick this up maybe when we're coming home. Alright.